previous year's location of the Big Top. Blair Witch, I'm going to confirm it now, is returning to Thorpe Park for Fright Nights in 2018. What is up guys, Nathan here, back on Nathan on the Vlogs, back today bringing you another brand new video, and today I am down Monk's Walk on the outskirts of Thorpe Park, and I'm going to be bringing you guys a full-on construction vlog and some bits and bobs that I found in and out of the park. Now, within today's video, I am actually going to covering not only the Big Top, not only Platform 15, not only, which some of you may know as the Blair Witch, but I will also be covering aspects of Sanctum, Living Nightmare, and Saw Alive, and also Containment. We are currently at Monk's Walk, as I've just mentioned, and we are right now by the Platform 15 train, which I will show you right now. So by that clip you could actually see an aspect of Platform 15, and that is basically the first walkthrough. As you go through, you will find and encounter a abandoned train. Now the story and aspect behind the actual maze was that there was a conductor who drove a train out on the old Canada Creek Railway, and he never returned. You basically experience the leftovers of the train, and you know, it's based on a scare maze, so they make it really scary and all horror theme based. Now when it first actually came out, Platform 15 was shit. That's just my overall opinion on it. It was absolutely diabolical. It was just terrible. There wasn't really a lot of scares. The tunnel was really short, and it just wasn't really all that. However, in 2017, last year, when Platform 15 returned for Fright Nights, there was a lot of improvements made thanks to the Figueroa brothers, who were a contracting company who did a lot of brilliant work for Thorpe Park. As you may know, the Figueroa brothers have actually just released the 2 new escape rooms. These 2 escape rooms being the Corpse Woodhat Manor and Bedlam Asylum. Now, these 2 escape rooms are currently in the making and will literally be available within weeks. And I will also give you a discount code. If you go on the link in the description, when you book your tickets, just use the code OFFCIAL15 in all capitals. That's ALLTHORPE. I'll pop it up on the screen right now for you guys, so you can just pop it in and get your 15% discount. And yeah, apart from that, Platform 15, overall, there's not a lot really being going on at the moment. You can just see the train, main aspects of the actual walkthrough when you go down, but there is a lot to show you within the planning of the Blair Witch, which is actually returning to this year's Fright Night lineup. Once I've covered these 2, we will be going back onto the resort, and we will be covering Sanctum, Living Nightmare, Big Top, and Saw Alive. So without further ado, I'm going to show you a bit more of Platform 15, and then we're going to head down to the main part of the video. Right guys, we're at the second part of the video now, and within this part of the video I'm going to be showing you some, in my eyes, very exclusive footage of what we could have found as a potential planning for the new Blair Witch Maze. Now, as you can see here, we have a lot of markings being laid out, and these look to be like the plants which were used for the Walking Dead Living Nightmare within previous Fright Nights, and also within the attraction. These plants and the actual lines, it's still in the making, it's still in the planning. As we go further down, we are actually going to be explaining of what this maze could be, and also be improved on. But without further ado, let's run down further to what else we can discover. So this section of the new maze, in most people's eyes at the moment, is looking not complete. The maze is nowhere near complete yet, but you know, to me they've gone to the same kind of layout as the platform does in some sections, but they use quite a lot of wooden fencing, or should I say metal boards, to make it easy interaction to guess where the actors would hide behind. That there will be a lot more opportunities for where jump scares could lie. So here we have more markings. Before, Blair Witch was absolutely shit. Like, in my opinion, it was just terrible. Like, you walk through, all it was, you had like people flashing torches in your face, tents to the side, jumping out, and it wasn't really bad. Like, the only best bit was the cabin at the end, and I'm pretty sure that is getting an extension, like, this year. I'm pretty sure that's getting fully extended. There'll be an extra bit to the cabin. It's going to be a lot more exciting. There's a lot more to come fight this year, a lot more mazes this year. There'll be quite a few mazes this year, potentially 7, but I do feel like still there's only going to be 6. But we'll get to that later in the video. But it all depends. Time will tell. You know, from what we can see, it's in planning, but then we're now going to check to the last section of the maze. Right guys, we are literally approaching the final stage of what we found from the Blair Witch, what we assume is the Blair Witch for the new maze for Fright Nights. Pretty much everyone knows by now. By the looks of things, you will notice from the new Blair Witch film, which came out back in 2016 in late October, and I think it was October, September. But you would have seen, it was also part of my video last time, and there was a tent that got thrown up in the air of the actual film. Now, behind me, as you can see, is another reference to what we can know as Blair Witch. Now, this tent has obviously been hanging up, and also there is either a sensor or what I believe to think is a speaker. More markings found on the floor with all more plants. It's all looking very mysterious. I personally think Blair Witch is definitely returning. There is actually plans in my eyes, and what we feel like is going to be used to construct the attraction, and it looks like at the moment it's getting there. It's slowly getting there, and we're approaching Fright Nights now. It is the 1st of September currently as I'm filming this video, and yeah, looking forward to see what this could turn into, and let's go and visit the cabin. Hey guys, so we're now at the last stage, is to be the Blair Witch. As you can see behind me, that is the Blair Witch shed. Now, from previous years, this shed has been used. The shed used to be, the way I remember the layout vaguely, is that when you go in the actual shed, you used to have 2 boarded up sides as you go in, so it was a narrow path. I think this was in 2016. Within the narrow path, you also had on the side, like thermoplastic windows where actors would bang against as you walked through the actual last bit of the attraction. However, previous years, it was just you'd walk in the shed, there'll be someone waiting in the corner, like standing in the corner room like that, like similar to the film kind of thing, fit the theme. but it wasn't really scary, so they changed it, and not a lot of people liked it. But as I can see here, there's not, you know, as far as we can tell, there's not a lot going on. They're still getting the props and everything ready. However, from what I can see, they're going. There's a clip of on the film, which also included in my latest video as well. And as you can see, there's actually hands which have been painted on the shed, which weren't there from previous years. Which I'm going to confirm it now is returning to Thorpe Park. It's returning to Thorpe Park for Fright Nights in 2018. I can confirm it right now, it's happening. It's a no-brainer, but I'm very interested to see what they do. And yeah, we'll catch you guys when we're back on the resort. I'll be going through the rest of the mazes vaguely and briefly within my first construction vlog update. If you have enjoyed the video so far, please smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys in the next clip. Alright guys, so we've just now arrived in park, and I'm now currently approaching previous year's location of the big top. This is where it used to be in this spot, and it still has not been put up. Now the big top was actually held here previous years, that being 2016 and 2017. 2015 it was actually held on the beach, but there's the but. People think it's coming back. Yeah, okay. One side of me says it's coming back, but it's going to get major changes to it. But I feel like it's just going to have a complete and utter revamp. As you can see here though, there is a lot of markings within the floor. They're all scattered around, and this could be like a structure as to where the big top would actually be held. And we're now going to go to Living Nightmare, see what Living Nightmare's like, whether they've updated any construction on that, see if they prepped it for Fright Nights, which I believe they have. Sanctum, is it returning? Do you feel like it's going to get a complete revamp or not? Or do you think Zombie Hunt is going to come back at Sanctum? Let me know in the comments down below. Let's go to Living Nightmare.